Hello there, my fellow garden lovers, and welcome back to Golden Seniors Living. If you're anything like me, you've probably walked through your home countless times looking at items you're about to throw away and thinking, there's got to be another life for this. Well, today is your lucky day. We're transforming forgotten treasures into stunning garden trellises that would make any nursery jealous, from broken umbrellas to old bed springs. Yes, you heard that right. We're about to turn your discarded items into vertical garden masterpieces. I'm about to share 15 incredible trellis ideas using recycled materials, and I promise you tip number 14 with an old suitcase will absolutely blow your mind. So grab your favorite cup of tea, settle in, and let's discover the magic hiding in your garage. Welcome to Golden Seniors Living, where we believe that creativity doesn't age, it ripens like fine wine. Here we transform everyday items into extraordinary garden solutions. If you love discovering new ways to breathe life into forgotten treasures, gently tap that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Trust me, we've got garden magic brewing that you won't want to miss. Idea 1. The broken umbrella renaissance. Got a broken umbrella with bent spokes sitting in your closet? Before you toss it to the curb, let's give it garden glory. This transformation is so simple, yet so brilliant. First, carefully remove all the fabric, save those pieces for garden ties later. What you have left is a perfect dome-shaped trellis frame with natural climbing guides. Push the handle deep into your garden soil, about 8 to 10 inches down for stability. Those bent spokes that made it useless as an umbrella, they're now perfect curved supports for morning glories, sweet peas, or even lightweight cherry tomatoes. The beauty lies in its instant height. Most umbrellas give you about 4 feet of growing space, and that wonderful circular support system. Your vines will spiral upward like nature's own carousel, creating a living sculpture that changes with the seasons. And here's a secret. The dome shape naturally sheds rain toward the root zone. It's not just recycling, it's garden poetry in motion. Idea 2. Old ladder magic. That wooden stepladder gathering dust in your garage. Stop seeing storage problem and start seeing vertical garden paradise. This might be my favorite transformation because it's so wonderfully practical. You can use your ladder in 2 fantastic ways. Lean it against a wall or fence, and suddenly you have multiple growing levels for your climbing plants. Each rung becomes a perfect perch for beans, cucumbers, or decorative ivy. The spaces between rungs create natural pockets for air circulation. Your plants will absolutely love this. Or here's the advanced technique. Open the ladder into an A-frame right in your garden bed. Now you have a freestanding trellis that provides support on both sides. Imagine cucumber vines climbing up one side while morning glories cascade down the other. The weathered wood adds that rustic charm we all love, while providing rock-solid support for even heavy fruit-bearing vines. Your garden gains dimension, your ladder gains purpose, and your heart gains that wonderful satisfaction of seeing old things bloom into new beauty. Idea 3. Bicycle wheel wonder. Remember that old bicycle wheel from the shed, maybe from your child's first bike, or that vintage cruiser that saw better days. Those spokes are about to become your garden's best friend. Here's how this magic happens. Mount the wheel vertically on a sturdy fence post or garden stake. You can secure it with heavy-duty zip ties or outdoor screws through the rim. What you've created is a stunning circular trellis with built-in geometry that would cost a fortune at the garden center. The spokes provide perfect attachment points for string, garden wire, or even natural twine. Create a web pattern by running string from spoke to spoke, or keep it simple and let the spokes themselves guide your climbing plants. Picture this. Cherry tomatoes weaving through those spokes like living jewelry, or sweet peas creating a delicate lace pattern against the metal framework. The best part? That rusty patina everyone worries about? It adds character and blends beautifully with garden colors. It's functional art that transforms rust into radiance, and every gardener who sees it will ask where you bought such a unique piece. Idea 4. Bedspring beauty. Now here's where we get wonderfully creative. Old mattress springs. I know, it sounds unusual, but trust me on this one. When I first tried this, my neighbors thought I'd lost my mind. Now they're all asking where they can find old bed springs. Stand that old bed spring on its end. You'll want to secure it between two sturdy posts or stakes for stability. What you've created is the most interesting climbing structure your garden has ever seen. Each coil becomes a tiny climbing frame for delicate vines, and the spacing is absolutely perfect for most flowering climbers. Here's what makes this so special. The industrial texture creates this stunning contrast against soft green foliage. Imagine delicate clematis winding through those sturdy coils, or passionate passion fruit vines creating natural garlands between the springs. The height gives you excellent vertical growing space, and the open structure allows perfect air circulation. Your neighbors will stop mid-walk and stare, wondering how you created such unique garden architecture from something so unexpected. It's industrial meets pastoral, and the combination is absolutely magical. Idea 5. Window frame elegance. Those vintage window frames you see at yard sales and estate sales, don't just admire their charm, put them to work in your garden. This transformation brings instant character and functionality together in the most beautiful way. Start by removing any remaining glass. Save those pieces if they're intact for other garden projects. Now stretch chicken wire, garden mesh, or even decorative wire fencing across the opening. Secure it with staples or small screws, making sure it's taut enough to support climbing plants. You can lean this beauty against a wall fence or garden shed, or get creative and mount it permanently. The frame provides solid structure, while the mesh gives vines something to grip and climb. But here's the real magic. That window frame tells a story. Maybe it once looked out over a farmhouse kitchen, or framed a view of someone's beloved garden. Lean it against a brick wall, and watch as your garden gains both function and vintage charm. The rectangular shape fits perfectly in most garden spaces, and depending on the window size, you can accommodate everything from delicate sweet peas to robust grapevines. It's like adding a piece of architectural history to your growing space. Idea 6. Crutches come back. If you have old crutches that serve their medical purpose, don't retire them to the attic just yet. These adjustable wonders are about to become your garden's most versatile support system. Here's the beauty of crutches as garden tools. They're lightweight, weather-resistant, and completely adjustable. You can use them as individual plant stakes, perfect for supporting tall delphiniums or heavy-laden tomato plants. Simply adjust to the height you need, and push the bottom tips into the soil. Those rubber feet that helped with mobility. They now prevent moisture damage and provide excellent grip in soft garden soil. But here's where it gets really creative. Connect two crutches at the top to create an adjustable arch. Tie them together with garden wire or rope, and you've got a custom height support system for beans, peas, or flowering vines. As your plants grow taller, raise the connection point higher. The industrial design actually looks quite modern in the garden, and the lightweight aluminum won't rust like other metal supports. It's medical equipment turned garden miracle, and there's something deeply satisfying about giving these helpful tools a new purpose in nurturing growth. Idea 7. Fence panel revival. That old fence section you replaced last summer, before it becomes firewood, let's turn it into garden architecture. Whether it's wooden pickets, wire mesh, or chain link, old fencing makes incredible ready-made trellises with character that you simply can't buy. Wooden fence panels are trellis gold. Those vertical slats provide perfect spacing for climbing plants, and if there are horizontal supports, you've got built-in shelving for hanging planters. Simply prop it against an existing structure, or create a freestanding display by anchoring it with stakes or posts. Wire mesh fencing becomes an instant climbing wall, perfect for beans, peas, or flowering vines. The grid pattern gives you numerous attachment points, and the galvanized coating stands up to weather beautifully. Here's my favorite technique. Angle the fence panel slightly instead of keeping it perfectly vertical. This creates better light exposure for your plants, and makes harvesting easier on your back. The weathered look adds instant character. That gray patina on wood or rust on metal that would cost extra at the garden center is yours for free. Your climbing roses will transform this forgotten fence into a living wall that looks like it belongs in a European cottage garden. Idea 8. Rake head transformation. When your trusty old rake loses its handle, don't lose hope. That toothed head is about to become one of the most charming small space trellises you've ever seen. Mount that rake head on a wall, fence, or garden shed, with the tines pointing upward. Those metal tines become perfect individual supports for lightweight climbers. This is absolutely ideal for herb gardens, where you want trailing oregano, climbing nasturtiums, or delicate sweet pea vines. Here's what makes this so special. Each tine can support a different plant, creating this wonderful variety in a small space. Imagine different colored nasturtiums climbing each tine, or a mix of herbs creating a living tapestry. The spacing is perfect for preventing overcrowding while maximizing your growing area. The compact size makes it perfect for balcony gardens, small yard spaces, or even indoor growing areas near a sunny window. And there's something wonderfully poetic about a tool that once gathered autumn leaves now supporting spring growth. Sometimes the smallest solutions create the biggest smiles and the most satisfying transformations. Loving these creative transformations so far. We're just getting warmed up. Coming up, I'll show you how to turn an old suitcase into the most unexpected trellis you've ever seen, plus a shower caddy trick that will make you rethink everything in your house. Idea 9. Wooden pallet paradise. Wooden pallets are absolute trellis treasures waiting to be discovered. These workhorses of the shipping industry are about to become the stars of your garden show. Stand a pallet upright, and you have instant vertical growing space with built-in shelving for smaller pots. But here's where it gets really exciting. Those slats aren't just decorative. They provide natural climbing routes spaced perfectly for most vining plants. The gaps between slats allow for creative planting arrangements, where you can tuck in small pots or even plant directly behind the pallet. Here's my professional touch. Sand it down lightly to remove any rough edges. Your hands and your plants will thank you. Then add a coat of weather-resistant stain in a color that complements your garden. Natural cedar tones blend beautifully, or go bold with a pop of color that makes your pallet trellis a garden focal point. The beauty is in the transformation. You've taken industrial shipping equipment and created garden sophistication. It's rustic meets refined, and the cost, usually free. Most garden centers pay to have pallets removed, so you're solving their problem while creating your garden magic. Idea 10. Shopping cart garden grid. That old shopping cart sitting in your garage, maybe from a big box store or one you rescued from a parking lot, isn't just for groceries anymore. This transformation will make you see abandoned carts with completely new eyes. Turn that cart on its side, and those wire walls become perfect climbing surfaces for lightweight vines. The grid pattern is absolutely ideal for training plants, and the spacing allows excellent air circulation. But here's the genius part. Those wheels that once rolled through supermarket aisles now allow you to move your trellis garden wherever you need it. Following the sun throughout the day, roll it along. Need to create afternoon shade for delicate plants. Wheel it into position. Having a garden party and want to rearrange, your trellis becomes mobile garden art. Fill the main basket area with trailing plants like cherry tomatoes or trailing petunias, and you have this wonderful cascade effect combined with vertical climbing space. It's functionality that literally rolls with your gardening needs, and every neighbor who sees it will wonder why they never thought of something so clever. Idea 11. Coat hanger cascade wire coat hangers might seem too simple to create garden magic, but sometimes the best creativity lies in elegant simplicity. These humble household items are about to become your most artistic garden elements. Start collecting wire hangers, those ones that multiply mysteriously in your closet. Bend and connect multiple hangers to create custom shapes that would cost a fortune at high-end garden boutiques. Create spirals for a modern look, diamonds for geometric interest, or flowing organic curves that mimic natural vine growth. Here's the technique. Straighten each hanger, then reshape using pliers in your hands. Connect them with small wire ties, or by twisting the wire ends together. The thin gauge wire is perfect for delicate climbers like sweet peas, morning glories, or lightweight flowering vines that might be overwhelmed by heavier support systems. What I love most about this approach is that you can create artistic shapes that become beautiful sculptures even before the plants fill in. As your vines grow, they enhance the design rather than hiding it. It's functional sculpture that grows more beautiful with time, and every arrangement can be completely unique to your garden's personality. Idea 12. Screen door elegance. Old screen doors are absolute trellis goldmines hiding in plain sight. Whether you're replacing your own or spot one at a yard sale, these beauties bring instant architectural charm to your garden. The existing frame provides rock-solid structure. These doors were built to withstand daily use, so they'll easily handle climbing plants. Meanwhile, that screen mesh offers perfect climbing support for fine-textured vines. The mesh size is ideal for tendrils to grab and wind around. Here's how to maximize this treasure. Remove the door handle and any hardware you don't need. If you want to add decorative touches, this is your chance, a coat of paint in garden colors, or leave the weathered patina for authentic vintage appeal. Lean it against a wall, fence or garden shed, or get ambitious and create a freestanding installation with stakes or posts. The rectangular shape fits perfectly in most garden spaces, and here's a bonus feature: that screen pattern creates beautiful, ever-changing shadow play throughout the day as the sun moves across your garden. It's architectural beauty with serious growing potential. Idea 13. Shower caddy surprise. Here's where we get cleverly unexpected. Those over-the-door shower caddies that promised bathroom organization but ended up in your junk drawer. These wire rack systems are about to find their true calling in your garden. Those multiple shelves designed for shampoo bottles. They make fantastic small space trellises with built-in organization. Mount them on fence posts, garden walls, or even freestanding posts, and each shelf level becomes a different growing zone. This is absolutely perfect for herb gardens where you want easy access to different varieties. Picture this: oregano trailing from the top shelf, while cherry tomatoes climb up the sides, and small pots of basil sit securely on the middle shelves. The vertical growing combined with horizontal storage gives you incredible space efficiency. Here's the brilliant part for us gardeners who aren't as spry as we used to be. Everything is at different heights, so you can harvest herbs without bending over or reaching too high. It's ergonomic gardening that makes your back happy while maximizing your growing space. Who would have thought that bathroom organization would solve so many garden challenges? Idea 14. Suitcase sensation. Now for the absolute showstopper that will have every visitor asking, where on earth did you get that idea? Vintage suitcases. This transformation is so unexpected, so creative, that it becomes garden art with serious growing power. Find an old hardshell suitcase. Yard sales and thrift stores are gold mines for these beauties. Open it up and secure the lid at a 90-degree angle using heavy-duty hinges or even strong garden stakes. What you've created is the most unique corner trellis imaginable. Here's where it gets really exciting. The bottom suitcase becomes a deep planting container, perfect for root vegetables like carrots or deep-rooted flowers. Meanwhile, that upright lid, fitted with chicken wire, garden mesh, or even a creative string pattern, supports climbing plants beautifully. The vintage appeal is absolutely unmatched. Imagine sweet peas climbing up the back while carrots or lettuce grow in the base. The weathered leather or fabric tells a story. Maybe this suitcase traveled across Europe or carried someone's dreams to a new city. Now it's nurturing new growth in your garden. The conversation starter value is priceless. Every guest will have a story about suitcases they remember, and you'll find yourself talking about family travels and garden dreams in the same conversation. It's travel gear turned garden treasure with soul. Idea 15. Crib rail renaissance. Baby cribs that have outgrown their original purpose deserve a beautiful second chapter, and your garden is the perfect place for that story to continue. Those slatted sides make perfect ready-made trellises with built-in vintage charm and emotional connection. The dimensions are absolutely ideal. Most crib sides give you about 4 feet of height, which is perfect for climbing vegetables like beans, peas, or smaller tomato varieties. The spacing between slats is engineered for little hands, which makes it perfect for plant ties and training vines. Here's where you can get creative with the finishing touches. Paint it in soft garden colors that complement your landscape. Sage green, weathered blue, or classic white all look beautiful. Or embrace the weathered look and let natural aging add character. The choice depends on your garden's personality. There's something deeply satisfying about transforming a piece that once protected sleeping babies into something that nurtures growing plants. The emotional connection adds meaning to your garden that goes beyond simple function. It's childhood memories transformed into growing dreams, and every time you tend these plants, you're reminded that growth and nurturing are lifelong gifts we give to the world. As we wrap up our journey through these 15 incredible transformations, I hope you're seeing your home with new eyes. From broken umbrellas to forgotten suitcases, we've discovered that every discarded item has potential for garden glory. You know, gardening in our golden years isn't just about growing plants, it's about growing possibilities. It's about seeing beauty where others see waste, finding function in the forgotten, and creating magic from memory. Each of these recycled trellises tells a story. That old ladder supported someone's work for years, and now it supports your tomatoes. That vintage suitcase carried dreams across countries, and now it cradles your climbing roses. We're not just recycling materials, we're honoring their history while writing new chapters. Your garden becomes a living museum of transformation, where every trellis whispers tales of second chances and creative renewal. Because isn't that what gardening truly is? The art of taking something dormant and helping it flourish into something beautiful. If even one of these ideas sparked that wonderful "I could do that" feeling, please give this video a thumbs up. Your support helps us reach more gardening souls who believe in the magic of transformation. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Which recycled trellis idea excited you most? Do you have forgotten treasures in your garage that you're now seeing with fresh eyes? Share your discoveries with our Golden Seniors Living community. And if you're ready to join a family of creative gardeners who believe that the best gardens grow from both soil and imagination, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We're here every week with more gentle inspiration for your growing journey. Until next time, remember, in the garden of life, nothing is ever truly discarded, only waiting for its moment to bloom again. Keep growing, keep creating, and keep believing in the magic that happens when wisdom meets wonder. This is Golden Seniors Living, where your creativity keeps flourishing. See you in the garden.